mind and character today stand first in the memories of we who knew Malcolm. I mean, when I think of him, I think about dignity.
Intelligence.
Nobility.
And we would learn and from his wife and sometimes that he had the tendency to overdo it because he loved ice cream and his daughters indulged him and so did she. At that one meal a day, Malcolm rarely lacked an appetite. On Sundays sometimes he would invite us assistant ministers, over to his house. It was almost like a family, very close. We would have about 8 or 9 appetizers, like Muslims would have, you know. And by the time you finish the appetizers, you really were kind of full, you know. But Malcolm would take, man, he could eat. Malcolm would really take a deviled egg, man, and I mean, one bite, it was gone.
And I remember Malcolm using the analogy of a snake. He said, if a snake bites your child, you don't go out looking for that snake. You go out looking for any snake that you can see, because any snake has the same potential as the snake that bit your child. I remember him saying that. It really stuck with me.
When we arrived at Harvard, they were very courteous, very polite. They had prepared a huge dinner for Malcolm, but Muslims only eat one meal a day, and Malcolm told them,
I've eaten for the day. I only eat one meal a day, so I can't have anything to eat, but I will have ice cream and coffee.
And they said,
Would you like some milk in your coffee?
Yes, that's the only thing I like integrated.
So, when I met Malcolm, he introduced me to a whole new way of thinking, not only about myself, but also about the global condition of our people.
I looked up at him and thought, oh my God, hurry up. Please put your glasses back on. You know, I wanted to hold something in front of him so no one else could see what I saw. His face, his eyes, his hair, they were all the same color. I remember thinking, my God, this man is totally malnourished. Oh my, he needs some liver. He needs some spinach, some beets, some broccoli. You know what I'm saying? He was whining.
Stop.
I could tell just by looking at him that he was overworked. But when he put his glasses back on, you know those dark rimmed glasses, he looked a bit better. And when he spoke, you knew he was no nonsense. I remember thinking I better not get too close to him in case he could read minds too, because I'd be in trouble.
I mean, Malcolm traveled a lot. But whenever he was in town, I would try to get time off, and I would tell Ellie Yates, a young supervisor at the hospital, oh my gosh, I've got to go. I've got to go. She would laugh and say,
You've got to do what?
I've got to go. I do. I really got to go.
Well, did that man come to town again?
Yes, and he's coming to my dorm to pick me up and take me to dinner.
Well, did you tell him you were working?
No, I didn't. All right?
I told you
I
liked
gotta go.
him.
I
knew you
have to
liked
go.
him. I knew you liked him.
Oh. Malcolm would always take me to dinner accompanied by another Muslim brother. For me, it was a whole new way of living and learning and eating and being. I mean, Malcolm treated me really special. But he treated everybody special, so. But what mostly attracted me to him was his nobility.
we thought you knew.
Then they told him about not just those 3 women, but others. And they wondered how he could work the way he did for the nation, given what he knew about Elijah Muhammad. After that, Malcolm was always under a great deal of stress. He decided he was going to make the trip to Mecca. He wanted to make that trip, but not just to the Middle East. He wanted to go to Africa. And he had broken with Elijah Muhammad by then, and the threats had started.
And then the confusion started. The shooting started. I threw my 4 children underneath the bench and covered them with my body. And I saw Malcolm falling. And I tried to get to my husband, but someone was holding me back. Please, no. I saw him falling, no. I got to my husband, he was dead.
2 or 3 people got in the first, second, third rows and pulled out guns and started shooting, and the whole place was in chaos. I saw one person pass through the aisle and head toward the stage. I wanted to go up there and be with Malcolm, so I followed this guy who went up there to the stage. I'm the one in the picture that appeared in Life magazine on the floor. Malcolm, too, had fallen on the floor.
Because
He loved us so.